How you guys doing? John, Indoor Hydroponics. Welcome back. Hey guys, when we get into late June, if you will, or mid-June, and we go to our big box stores here in America, you'll see a bunch of plant starts that have just been filtered over, no one's bought them, and then all of a sudden they throw them on sale. Just get rid of them. And so that's what I got here. It's obviously we want to get peppers and tomatoes in the ground in May, at least up here in Michigan, earlier in other parts of the area. But I bought a couple of bell peppers and a jalapeno plant, and the bell peppers were equally sized, if you will. So I thought I'd run a little experiment here, and I should note that both peppers were $2 a piece, and they were really good quality peppers. So just regular bell peppers. Nonetheless, the experiment is going to go, I'm going to grow one 5-gallon pot using Strawberry Fields potting soil with some Happy Frog organic fertilizer and some worm castings primarily. And I'm also going to put in some microryzae, which is a root inoculant for the plant. So I took one of those, filled the pot about, I don't know, halfway up with the Strawberry Fields potting soil, which is a blooming type potting soil that's got some guanos and things like that in it. And filled that thing up, added the organic amendments. And then I'm going to grow another plant to see if we can keep up with the petrochemical fertilizer type of a grow. So in the other 5-gallon pot, I'm going to take another one of the peppers, and what I put in there is just straight 10-10-10, handful of it. And what I'm going to try to experiment with is to see if I could keep up with production, plant health, whatnot, just growing organically in a 5-gallon leftover pot versus one that's got a petrochemical fertilizer in it. 10-10-10, then we're also going to add some liquid fertilizers to that on a weekly basis. What I've got here on the plant on the left that's going to be strictly grown organic is some compost tea that I just made up. So I'm going to throw a couple of gallons of that in there to get that plant activated. And then I'm just going to straight up water the other plant because it's got the 10-10-10 in it. Now, on a weekly basis, what am I going to feed these plants going forward? I'm going to feed the non-organic plant Jack's fertilizer, which I'll show you in a second. And then the other one I'm going to top dress with organic amendments. I'm about to show that in a second. And just feed it compost tea once a week. So here I am top dressing the one a couple of weeks later, the organic one, adding some of that Happy Frog cavern culture, which is a blooming fertilizer, and a little bit of composted chicken manure. Here is the Jack's Bloom Booster, which is a 10-30-20, couple of tablespoons per 2 gallons. I got a 2-gallon water, and I've been feeding that on a weekly basis. And obviously what I've been seeing over the first 3 weeks, the organic or the non-organic plant is doing something incredible. It's growing huge leaves in comparison to the non-organic plant. Both of them put on some fruit, but here's what I'm noticing. I hope you saw that, and I'll show it again in a minute. Up here in Michigan, we've had unbelievably hot days for the last 10 to 15 days, just incredibly hot. Here's a look at the non-organic plant. But nonetheless, it's been super hot. And peppers are notorious for dropping flowers after, if you get up in the 90 or 95 degrees, which has been here for like 10 days straight. And one of the weird things I'm noticing to this point is that the non-organic plant has been dropping flowers due to the heat, and the organic plant hasn't dropped one. Here's another one that dropped, and that's the non-organic plant. So it seems odd to me that the one being fed chemical fertilizers is dropping flowers and the other one isn't, despite the fact that both of them are experiencing the same environment right now. So I will come back. I'm going to continue this experiment. This is part one of this, but the fruit seems to be bigger on the organic plant. The leaves seem to be bigger on the non-organic plant, and the non-organic plant is dropping flowers. So I'm not here to prove one method is better than the other. I'm just noticing something kind of odd, that when it gets super hot and peppers start dropping flowers because of the stress, the organic plant is not dropping flowers. So I'm going to continue on. Now I'm going to take the experiment into the production mode to see how much more production I get, not only with the fact that I'm growing organic versus non-organic, but to see how many fruit produces between the two, given the fact that the chemical fertilized plant is dropping flowers due to heat stress. So come back for part two. I'll come back in about a month. We'll take a look at that, but I think that's really interesting, and I don't exactly know the reason why, but just want to kind of share that. So guys, thanks for stopping in. Take care. Love you. Bye.